Yo, one of y'all need to tell me who man's this is. Who man's is this?
Peace, all praise to the Most High and King. It's Sister Autumn at you again with another video. And today's video is called the Passover Feast Ordinance Abolished. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how you no longer have to keep the Passover as it pertains to the Old Covenant law, because Christ fulfilled the Passover with his blood. Okay, Christ fulfilled the Passover by becoming the Passover. For all of you Hebrew Israelites who are wondering how to keep these feast days and things of that nature, wondering what day it falls on, how to keep these things so that you can abide in the laws. You have to understand that Christ fulfilled that law of the Passover. Okay, so you no longer have to go and get a lamb and do all of those things. Okay, because the scriptures tell you that in the new covenant, okay, Christ fulfilled that law. So we're gonna go.
No, that's not okay. I'll show you why. All you have to do is learn to read. So I'm gonna show you what I showed her, and it's gonna be pretty simple. Okay, so I posted the definition of but. But is a conjunction. Okay, so it's used to introduce a phrase or clause contrasting. I might have to put the definition of contrasting for her with what has already been mentioned. So in the passage that she's referring to, okay, to fulfill, it says that I think not, don't you think for 1 second that I have come to destroy the law and the prophets. Don't think it. Don't think that. It clearly says that. I'll show you. I'll show you. I may have to prove this to some people. So, it says think not. Okay. It says don't think that. Uh, One of you need to get your mans and them. Okay. Because that was the most annoying video I heard all week. Wow. Facebook giving everybody the right to free speech. What's wrong with you people? Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy the law or the prophets, but to fulfill. Okay, so back to the definitions. I hate I have to go through this. I love that I have to go through this to show you these things. I adore it. But I mean, it's just so odd that you don't know how to read, miss. So whoever man's that is, you need to go get her right now. Okay, so now let me tell you the opposite. Let me tell you the opposite of but. Okay, used to introduce a phrase or clause. Okay, so the opposite of but is and. So let me reread it for you. Let me reread it for you the way she's understanding it. Okay. Just bear with me here. All right. Wow. Okay. This is how she understands it. Think that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come to destroy and to fulfill. That's exactly what she just interpreted this phrase to mean. I'm gonna show you a little more about these definitions because the definitions are, you know, quite interesting and necessary to comprehend what you're reading. Okay, here we go. So I think I read the whole definition of this. Used to indicate the impossibility of anything other than what is being stated. Okay, you understand that? That's how it goes. Wow. I mean, that's your first clue. Now, it's amazing how she don't know this information. Oh, whoever brainwashed her must have hypnotized her. Some people can do that, I think. Maybe. Now, watch this. Bring to completion or reality. See? That means to bring it into reality. It has to, in this context, you see? It did not end. It has not ended. It will not end. That doesn't make any sense. Okay? Achieve or realize something desired, promised, or predicted. He wouldn't be able to fulfill his ambition to visit Naples. Okay, it's to succeed in, to attain, to realize, to consummate, like in it, for example, a marriage, satisfy, bring, carry out. You see, to pull something off. The opposite would be to fail in. So I am not come to destroy, but to carry something out, to attain something, to succeed in doing it properly. Okay. Number two is carry out as required, pledged, or expected. See? So the opposite is to neglect the Passover. So I'm gonna need you guys to get your mans and them right and make that thing happen to where she is thoroughly clarified on the situation. I'll leave you with one other situation here. 3 times a year. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Deuteronomy 16:16. 3 times in a year shall all your males appear before the Most High, your power, in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, that's Passover, and in the feast of weeks, that's Pentecost, and in the feast of tabernacles, that's the feast of tents. You understand? Sukkot. And they shall not appear before the Most High empty handed. You got to come with some food to the cookout. Bring the food to the cookout or the plates or something, forks or something. 3 times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he had built unto the Most High, and he burnt incense upon the altar. So he finished the house. And that's what he did. That's what happens. Even after a certain rate, every day, offering according to the commandment of Moses on the Sabbath, and on the new moons, and on the solemn feast, 3 times in a year, even the feast of unleavened bread, Passover, and in the feast of weeks, Pentecost, and in the feast of tabernacles, tents. You understand? So I don't know. Let me look at this a little closer here in Exodus. Maybe I'm reading something wrong here. Okay. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect. Be very careful. That's what circumspect means. It also says to beware of vain philosophies and deceits from Jezebels, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of your mouth. That's why I call first days, second days, third days, fourth days, and fifth days. I also call 6 days, and 7 days the Sabbath. Because Sabbath means seven. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. That's the law. Thou shalt not eat unleavened bread even 7 days, as I have commanded you. See, that's Passover. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I lied to you. I gotta give you one more. I gotta give you one more. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Listen, don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. Don't be distracted by people texting my phone. You understand? This is incorrect information that you're hearing here. I'm gonna play it again so you hear the opposite of reality.
Grace and peace, all praises to the Most High and our King. It's Sister Autumn coming back at you again with another video. And today's video is called the Passover Feast Ordinance Abolished, okay? So today we're going to talk about how you no longer have to keep the Passover as it pertains to the Old Covenant law, because Christ fulfilled the Passover with his blood, okay? Christ fulfilled the Passover by becoming the Passover. For all of you Hebrew Israelites who are wondering how to keep these feast days and things of that nature, wondering what day it falls on, how to keep these things so that you can abide in the laws, you have to understand that Christ fulfilled that law of the Passover, okay? So you no longer have to go and get a lamb and do all of those things, okay? Because the scriptures tell you that in the new covenant, okay, Christ fulfilled that law. So we're going to go.
Well, of course, she wouldn't be able to tell you that. The new covenant, Christ changed or destroyed that law. So there's no use of playing the entire video. And, I offered the definitions of but and fulfilled to her. And I'm pretty sure I'll be blocked by morning. So I just wanted to be sure that you guys find this young ma'am and offer her some loving correction. Do not be offensive, because an offended man or woman is harder to be won than a strong city. So try not to offend her, even though the truth automatically offends. But, that's just how it goes.